Good morning, doctors, future doctors. Today we are going to study respiratory system, breathing in biology. Lungs are enclosed in A. Periosteum, B. Perichondrium, C. Pericardium, D. Pleural membrane. Periosteum means it is the covering of bone. Perichondrium means covering of cartilage. Pericardium means covering of heart. Pleural membrane is the covering of lung. So lungs are enclosed in the pleural membrane. So each lung is enclosed in two membranes. The membrane is called pleura. The inner membrane is called visceral pleura. That is in contact with lung is called visceral pleura. And the outer membrane is called the parietal pleura. Inner membrane is visceral pleura and the outer membrane is parietal pleura. A very narrow space exists between the two pleura and that space is called pleural cavity. That space is called pleural cavity. This pleural cavity contains a watery fluid called the pleural fluid. This pleural cavity contains a watery fluid called pleural fluid that lubricates the pleura. Periosteum is the outer membrane of bone. Perichondrium is a layer that surrounds the cartilage. Pericardium is a membrane that encloses the pericardial cavity. Pericardial cavity. So the correct option here is pleural membrane. Skin is an accessory organ of respiration in A. Humans, B. Frog, C. Rabbit, D. Lizard. Please keep a pen and notebook. Every word I utter is a multiple choice question which can be useful in scoring very good marks in the Neet. So, skin is an accessory organ for respiration in A. Human, B. Frog, C. Rabbit, D. Lizard. In addition to lungs, skin is also an organ of respiration in frog. It is particularly the only mode of respiration when the frog is underwater or hibernating. The skin is richly supplied with blood and is permeable to gases. That is why frogs always stay near water to keep their skin moist. It is further kept moist by secretion of mucus from its glands. So, to keep it moist, some mucus is secreted from the glands and does not become dry out of water. So the correct option here is B, frog. When 1500 ml of air is in the lungs, it is called A, residual volume, B, inspiratory reserve volume, C, vital capacity, D, tidal volume. Residual volume is the amount of air that remains in the lung after forcible expiration. It is about 1500 ml. It enables the lungs to continue exchange of gases even after the maximum exhalation or holding the breath. Reserve volume is the extra amount of air which can be inhaled forcefully after normal inspiration. It is about 2000 to 205 ml, 2500 ml. Vital capacity is the amount of air which one can inhale and also exhale with maximum effort. It is about 3.5 to 4.5 liters. Tidal volume is the volume of air normally inspired or expired in one breath without any effort. So the correct option here is A, residual volume. Name the chronic respiratory disorder caused mainly by cigarette smoking. See, cigarette smoking causes many harms. It is injurious to health and it can be asked a question in many of the topics. So the options given here are is A. Respiratory acidosis, B. Respiratory alkalosis, C. Emphysema. D. Asthma. D. Asthma. Now, emphysema is a COPD. COPD means chronic obstructive pulmonary means lung, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease caused due to cigarette smoking. It is an inflation or abnormal distension of bronchioles or alveolar sacs of lung, which causes irreversible distension and loss of elasticity in the wall of alveolar sac of lungs. So the correct option here is C, emphysema. Which of the following is an occupational respiratory disorder? A. Anthracis. B. Silicosis. C. Botulism. D. Emphysema. Occupational respiratory disorders are due to occupation of individual. Silicosis is an occupational disease that occurs due to excessive inhalation of silica dust by workers of mining industry. Long exposure can cause proliferation of fibrous connective tissue of upper part of lung, causing inflammation. Anthrax and botulism are bacterial disease of humans caused by Bacillus anthracis and Clostridium botulinum, respectively. Emphysema is abnormal distension of bronchioles or alveolar sac of lungs. So the correct option here is silicosis. The respiratory center, which regulates respiration, is located in A. Cerebellum, B. Medulla oblongata, C. Cerebral peduncle, D. The vagus nerve. We all know it is in the medulla oblongata, but still we can discuss further. The respiratory center is located in the medulla oblongata that regulates the rate and the depth. Remember, rate and depth of breathing. The dorsal group of neurons located in dorsal portion of medulla oblongata regulates inspiration. Dorsal group of neurons located on the dorsal portion of medulla oblongata regulates inspiration, and ventral group of neurons located in the ventrolateral part of medulla oblongata regulates both inspiration and expiration. So the correct option here is medulla oblongata. The alveolar epithelium in the lungs is A. Non-ciliated columnar, B. Non-ciliated squamous, C. Ciliated columnar, D. Ciliated squamous. The alveoli has very thin, that is 0.0001 millimeter thick wall composed of simple, moist, non-ciliated squamous epithelium. The number of alveoli is countless and their surface area is enormous. This further accelerates the gaseous exchange in the alveoli. So the correct option here is B, non-ciliated squamous. When carbon dioxide concentration in blood increases, breathing becomes A, shallower and slow, B, there is no effect on breathing, C, slow and deep, D, fast and deeper. When carbon dioxide concentration, what happens? The effect of rising carbon dioxide tension is to decrease the affinity of hemoglobin for oxygen. Thus, when carbon dioxide in blood increases, breathing becomes faster and deeper. So the correct option here is, so what happens whenever there is a rising carbon dioxide tension? There will be decreased affinity of hemoglobin for oxygen. Therefore, when carbon dioxide concentration in blood increases, breathing becomes faster and deeper. So the correct option here is D, faster and deeper. Reduction in pH of blood will reduction in pH of blood will decrease the affinity of hemoglobin with oxygen. Reduction in pH of blood causes oxygen hemoglobin dissociation curve to shift to right, which indicates dissociation of oxygen from hemoglobin. This decreases the affinity of hemoglobin with oxygen. So the correct option here is A. Hemoglobin is a type of hemoglobin is a type of hemoglobin is a type of respiratory pigment. Hemoglobin is a type of respiratory pigment. So let's once again revise all the MCQs. Lungs are enclosed in the pleural membrane. Skin is an accessory organ of respiration in frog. When 1500 ml of air is in lungs, it is called residual volume. Name the chronic respiratory caused by mainly by cigarette smoking. It is C. Emphysema. Which of the following is an occupational respiratory disorder? It is silicosis. The respiratory center which regulates respiration is located in the medulla oblongata. The alveolar epithelium in the lungs is non-ciliated squamous. When carbon dioxide in blood increases, breathing becomes faster and deeper. Reduction in pH of blood will decrease the affinity of hemoglobin with oxygen. Hemoglobin is a type of respiratory pigment.